Hey, wait. Rushi!
Hi!
What are you doing at IKEA?
Well, I decided I wanted meatballs, and now we're here.
Oh, okay. Wait, how are we here? I don't think we have the same IKEA near us.
Yeah, you, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Crud, we've entered the infinite IKEA. We've basically entered the IKEA backrooms, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. SCP-308, let's go. Well, we can ask for help. We can ask for help. There's a nice looking fella over there, like no face, giant arms.
I don't think so. I think we need to start making barricades and like fortifications.
Ah, they seem nice enough. They seem nice enough.
Oh my gosh. That would actually make a great crafting game, to be honest. Like a crafting survival game, you know?
It actually would. Wait, now I'm curious. I'm curious if someone has made that.
Be okay with that?
Wait. I'm gonna look up Minecraft Infinite IKEA map.
Oh my god, yeah, so
it exists.
I feel like yeah.
It's gotta be a mod as well, right? It's gotta be a mod.
I mean, maybe, probably.
That's got to be a mod. No way, it's not. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I think it actually is. No way! Oh, that's the best.
Well, shoot. Anyways, yeah, since we're here already, why don't we talk about speaking of infinite IKEAs? Well, since we're here and you know, obviously we have a stream going. How about we talk about some SCPs then?
Oh.
Ow.
How about no, let's do that. That sounds pretty fun, and it would kill the time. The lights could get turned off.
Oh yeah, totally. Actually, we probably should spend that time, you know, maybe building a fortification. But
no, these fellas seem nice enough.
I mean, okay. I mean, if you think so, but I have my reservations.
I'm gonna give one a big ol' hug. Give me a second. I just gave them a hug. Alright, that was a mistake. Let's build fortifications.
Let's build fortifications right now.
Let's build fortifications right now. Alright, let's see if we can change locations real fast. Give me a second.
Okay. Alright, and there we go. Okay, we're good.
There we go.
Alright, so, anyways, for those who haven't met Rushi, you know what? Let's do introductions first real quick. Anyways, guys, go ahead and introduce yourself to my chat, Rushi. And then I'll do it to yours. Although I think like most people on either side know.
How could they ever forget me? Anyway, I sure have a personality, that's for sure. But hi, I'm Rushi. I'm a scarecrow and I commit arson. I do variety streams like reading right now, horror another time, and another time meme games. That's all you need to know about me. Oh, and a lot of memes. Don't forget the memes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
And anyways, guys, I'm Puzzle Pulsar. I am a space bunny VTuber, and I play I play a variety of games as well as stream tabletop games. You know, in general, at times, and yeah. So, anyways, let's go over what we're gonna be doing today. So, Rushi and I have come up with 3 SCPs each that we're gonna read about and like go over. And neither of us know which ones or whose is whose. So, we're do you want to start out or do you want me to start out?
If you want to, you can.
Okay, sounds good. I can do that. Thank you. And boop. Okay, so Rushi, if you want to look this one up, SCP-179.
I'm looking it up.
All right.
SCP-179. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Do you know this one?
Yeah, I do. I like this one.
Ooh, yes. Okay, cool. All right. So, anyways, let me start out with the reading here. SCP-179, object class, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, Thalmule. That object class, by the way, is a classification that stands for an SCP that's used to contain other SCPs. Special containment procedures. SCP-179 remains beyond the reach of currently known groups of interest, including the Foundation. All containment efforts are to be focused towards a Grade 3 omission cover-up, coupled with the disencouragement or sabotage of exploration and research missions that attempt to study cis-Mercurian space and orbits that go through it. Description: SCP-179 is a humanoid entity located at a constant distance of approximately 40,000 kilometers from the South Pole region of the solar photosphere, locked to a rotation on the axis of Sol. However, it does not orbit it. The most recent recordings of SCP-179 indicate that it seems to maintain a continuous orbit around the center of the galaxy. Through the combined effort of 43 years of continuous surveying, the external appearance of SCP-179 has been defined as a human female of undetermined ethnic group between 20 to 40 years of age. Its entire bodily surface is covered in or composed of a matte black material. Its hair appears to be comprised of this material, measures over 34 kilometers long, and is constantly pushed away by solar wind. However, this part of SCP-179 seems to reflect variable amounts of sunlight. This reflection being the phenomenon that indicated its existence to the Foundation astrophysicists during 1940. Several markings or tattoos are placed throughout its bodily mainline. Judging from their brightness, these markings might be metallic composition and of golden hue. These tattoos include several symbols that have been identified as those typically representing the Sun and the 6 innermost planets of the solar system, according to medieval alchemy, including in this order: the symbol of gold in the subject's forehead, right underneath the hairline; the symbol of Mercury under the nose, circling both lips; the symbol of copper between the medial ends of the clavicles; data expunged, auto sensor level SC4, non-trivial cognito hazard detected, with the anatomically correct shape of the human heart placed over the location where a heart would be in a human female of the same apparent age and bodily proportions; the symbol of iron in the upper abdominal region; the symbol of tin in the lower abdominal region; part of the final symbol in the pelvic region. While the anatomy of this region makes it its clear observation difficult, it is hypothesized that the symbol of lead is also present and complete in the perineum region. SCP-179 keeps its ventral side oriented towards Earth at most times, but it has been observed to look towards other areas on occasion. Redacted. All further data redacted as per Administrative Warning ES-026. As of yeah, we're going that way again. SCP-179 has been reclassified as Thamiel. All involved personnel with a clearance level below 4/179 will be either promoted to or reassigned to fit this new classification, depending on their relevance for the continued surveillance and cover-up operations as directed by the current head researcher of SCP-179. All reassigned personnel will be subject to Polymath 08 memory redaction therapy or Class D amnestics in a high dosage grade with a maximum retrograde effect of 10 years of experience, depending on the time spent working in SCP-179 prior to its classification. SCP-179's existence will be subject to an orbital information standardized intelligence obstruction and neutralization campaign as per Omission Protocol 4 items 4.5, 4.6, and 4.7. Most documentation related to SCP-179 has been classified Level 4 Top Secret. Any further data related to SCP-179 has been classified Level 5 Thamiel and will be made available only to authorized 5-179 personnel. Be advised that unauthorized access to attached materials will be considered a Type 3B offense. Blah blah blah, you know the drill. Don't read this stuff because it's bad, but we're gonna read it anyways.
We're gonna read it anyways.
So yeah, that basically was the oh well, it's just kind of a thing that's orbiting. You don't need to worry about it. Like they literally went to such lengths to make sure that no one knows what it's doing, you know?
Yeah.
So let's go.
I'm currently showing the rest of the thing, and like, what's the SCP Foundation gonna do? Bust my ass?
Exactly.
What are they gonna do? Lock me up for being an SCP?
When we get to the addendum part, do you want to do SCP-179's voice?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, cool. All right, so the real deal with 179. 179 is sensitive to all radiation in the electromagnetic spectrum, intelligent and able to communicate through multiple anomalous means, including but not limited to radio and laser communications interference. Only one instance of SCP-179 communication with Foundation personnel has occurred thus far, where SCP-179 proved to be fluent in French. As this contact did not result in a clear statement of SCP-179's intentions towards the Foundation and its missions, all efforts must be made prevalent contact by known groups of interest with SCP-179. Misinformation operations and other preemptive measures have been deployed. Most record movements performed by SCP-179 have been related to extraterrestrial threats, both anomalous and non-anomalous in nature, on a collision or orbit intersection course with the Earth. These threatening items have been identified as capable of causing a C-class reconfiguration events of diverse impact on human societies and earthly life in general if allowed to reach Earth. If impact with Earth or orbital insertion occurs without proper response and containment by Foundation personnel, these items of interest may be capable of causing XK-class end-of-the-world scenarios. So in a nutshell, this thing's able to point out items that are threatening and be like, oh, yeah, there's something over here. Yeah, there's something over here. SCP-179 will usually address an item or items of interest by pointing at them with an arm. When more than one item of interest is present, it will generate additional limbs anatomically identical to its arms if as needed. Survey data indicates that SCP-179 performs other motions specific to each item of interest addressed, such as raising different fingers and moving its arms in an array at as of yet undecipherable patterns at fixed intervals. But whether these motions contain any information or not has not yet been determined to date. The limits of SCP-179's detection capabilities have not been clearly ascertained. While SCP-179 has been able to detect potentially harmful objects beyond the trans-Neptunian region, those threats had been detected by other surveillance exploration systems, usually under Foundation control, or at least 3 separate threats. It has been hypothesized that SCP-179 may only detect and react to active threats that remain detectable to observing parties. Without the cis-Neptunian region, while being able to unearthly determine their harmful nature, all items of interest approaching the Earth within cis-Neptunian space that had considerable destructive capacity have been detected by SCP-179 without failure, often when no observers known to the Foundation were aware of them. As such, SCP-179 and all personnel, orbital equipment, and facilities dedicated to its surveillance remain the most reliable early warning system the Foundation possesses to detect when possible, prevent potentially dangerous incursions when within surveyed space. SCP-179 is able to determine which interplanetary objects pose a threat to Earth, humankind, or earthly biosphere, which makes it a critical asset for the Composite Orbital Early Warning System, or COEWS project of the Foundation, which is currently involved in SCP, and SCP. I love that. XCPOA 003 to 042, Site 34, Site 103, Site 98, Area 08, Site, and Command Site, as well as several personnel embedded with different space agencies and international consortia related to space exploration. All data of interest related to or obtained through SCP-179 will be marked COEWS-179, which will be considered high priority to Foundation departments. Addendum it was first recorded. I'm just gonna do footnotes for the addendum here. First recorded in wow, you know this person's probably from the other side of the pond. December 13, 1940. First recorded movements of SCP-179. The entity had remained with both arms crossed. Raises an arm towards a previously undetected interplanetary object on a collision course with Earth. As it impacts an event that damaged the city, data expunged, blah, blah, blah. Okay. How did they cover that one up if it destroyed a city? Well, I mean, it's 1940, so.
Gaslighting. A lot of gaslighting.
Just a lot of gaslighting. Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Berlin? No, you see, Berlin
Pompeii.
wasn't bombed by. I'm sorry.
It's just Pompeii.
It's Wait. Yeah, that would be. I don't know how big it would have to be, but let's see here. September 22nd. 6 recorded movements. Raise an arm towards redacted. An item of interest crashes into New Zealand. Probably taken out by the XCOM or something.
Loving the footnotes.
But yeah. Huh?
Loving the footnotes.
Thank you. 23rd recorded movement towards an Amora class asteroid that has adopted a collision course with Earth. The Foundation uses a combination of several SCP objects to launch a remote-controlled interplanetary vehicle that uses Oh! Okay, so they literally use the gravitational tow line. The thing is though, SCP-179, you think that if it was a threat to or if something is a threat to humanity, like, wouldn't it be pointing up at the suns at times, being like, oh yeah, there's a solar flare that's coming towards you guys?
Huh. You have a good point.
But anyways, because like maybe a solar flare hasn't really, been enough to cause an escape class, but except for SCP-01.
Yeah, probably. Well, it would be very dangerous because solar flare would cause like an outage, which is something the SCP Foundation does not need.
It is kind of I mean, yeah, it is kind of just a minor inconvenience. I think there's only been like one case. Well, there's been a couple of cases where solar flares have just like taken out satellites. Just like, oh, they're offline now.
Like I'm
out there in the graveyard.
But yeah.
All right. So, Addendum. SCP-179 was first approached by the 2 probe, a microsatellite equipped with multiple recording, analysis, and communications device incorporated into the probe in a clandestine effort. How do you... Okay, I'm sorry. I have to, like, stop for a sec. How do you pack, like, all of these advanced technologies and whatnot into, like, a microsatellite? When I think of a microsatellite, I think of, like, a CubeSat. So, like, something the size of...
SCP magic.
Point of reference. Yeah, sure. So I'm, like, thinking of, like, a CubeSat that's the size of, like, an Xbox or a Nintendo Switch or something. But anyways, contact and communication with the entity were not foreseen nor programmed. When visual contact with SCP-179 was established, obtaining an unprecedentedly clear, very high-resolution image of its surface, the entity's begins to move its lips, forming the phonemes of a greeting in spoken French. What follows is a complete translation of the exchange.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello. I should have gotten a voice change for this. Just like said very ethereal, just like bonjour. Alright. Hello. I'm the lookout. My name is Salwelsor. Wait. Salwelsor. Do you like my brother?
Mm-hmm.
I like him too. He is big. So big. And so very warm. Oh, so that explains why it doesn't point out solar flares. If you want to talk to me, please use your satellite to weave talk to me. It'll be easier than coming here, probably.
Researchers assigned to SCP-179 detect this movement. Level 3 researcher Thomas Graham who is fluent in French, is this selected by head researcher Redacted to conduct a possible exchange with SCP-179. The 2 probe is used as a radio relay from this point onward. SCP-179 is able to receive, understand, and transmit radio communications. SCP-179's transmissions read as a monotone, featureless human voice that speaks in French. The subsequent exchange occurs within a 16-minute and 39.6 seconds delay between each message, corresponding to the distance between SCP-179 and Earth and return. That will be omitted in the rest of the document. All right, let's do this. 16 minutes. No, I'm kidding. No. We're not doing that. Who are you?
My name is Suesor. I am the lookout. I behold. I often see. I often warn. Almost always, when I have to. That way, there is further life.
What do you mean, lookout?
It's me.
We have noticed the significance of your movements. Who do you report to?
To those who know where to look. To you. To those who want to look. Not just you, but you too.
When you say brother, are you referring to the sun?
He is my brother, Sawel. He warms me up. He is caring, fire, and loving light. He caresses me with his arcs and his voice and renews me. He is the source of all true light. He is your source.
Where do you come from?
I was born a child.
Note that the entity gently nods towards Earth. For how long have you been in your current location?
I do not want to tell you.
SCP-179 adopts a fetal position, remains looking towards Earth, and pointing at Redacted. The face of the entity remains visible from the probe. How did you reach your current position? How did you acquire the properties you currently possess?
I was grown into a woman. This is how I live now.
Could you give us further details, please?
No. Simple.
No.
No. Nah. Not feeling it.
We would like to know more about you. Why not tell us?
I am sorry. I won't be yours. I can't belong to any one person.
The Foundation's work protects all of humanity, all life on Earth. Don't you find this work of greatest importance?
Yes, I am doing it. Look upon me and know.
If we had understood your capabilities correctly, we believe you could do far more than that. Sharing all the information you have, not just about the dangerous threats against humankind in the Earth, could be of great benefits to all parts involved.
I am too big, and you are too small. There is a sea of nothing and islands of light. I am their shore. To you come the monsters, the pounding fists of void, the longing gods beyond our knowledge. I am the lookout. I see the ripples in their wake. If you want me to pledge my sight, no to you, only to you, so you, only you, can be greater. Even if you find, restrain, defend. You want me to be yours. That is not why I am here. There are others. Others I assist. Others I warn. Others beyond your thin walls of grey, dry-paced rock. Others beyond the reach of your weary satellites. Others beyond the home, our home. Others I know, others I love, others you won't care for, others that came before, and, overall, others beyond the little walls of rules and bone and laws and flesh and memories and oaths you build around yourselves, until you don't even remember them. Others I love dearly, and yet, only my brother isn't equal to me.
Excuse me, I don't understand what you mean by others. Could you please explain yourself with other words?
But I have no words left.
Closing. Despite several communication attempts, SCP-179 did not perform any other movements nor transmit other messages. Up to this date, SCP-179 has not responded to any message coming from any Foundation, contact team, or any other efforts from known groups of interest. So yeah, that's 179. She's essentially like a guardian, but like... But one
Spooky.
weird thing I know, and it's like, she knows French, but, you know, so she comes from Earth, but, like, who put her up there, and for what
The
reason?
French just shot her into
Obviously,
space.
Just yeet the child into
Eat the
space.
child in space. They just built like a cannon, like one of those circus cannons, and they put a child in there and it just shot him up into space. That's the story.
Actually, that does remind me of, what is it? I'd imagine it's like a Jules Verne novel where it's like a giant like space cannon and whatnot. It's just like...
Yeah. Now I have to think of that ASDF
yeah.
short where it's like, when I grow up, I want to go to the moon. Why wait? And then it just
Why
used the
wait?
child. Just use the child into
Oh my
space.
gosh, yes.
I love that so much.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's I forgot how much of a long one that one is, but yeah, it's basically, you know, an entity that defends the Earth from, like, well, just kind of points out things. She doesn't do the defending, she's just like, hey, there's stuff. Because that is the scary kind of thing about cosmic, I mean, even asteroids are kind of a bit terrifying, because there's a lot of times the NASA's like, oh yeah, we just learned about this thing that's this giant rock that, you know, got it, or was a close call for, you know, hitting us. But yeah, we just barely saw it. Just at the last moment. But don't worry, it only has a 10% chance of hitting.
Yeah. There's a reason someone always stays up at night when you're out in the woods. Totally not speaking from experience.
Alright, but yeah, so what's your one?
Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. It's SCP-2030.
2030. Why am I a little terrified? Oh,
This is one of my favorites.
Oh, this.
Yeah!
Oh, God.
Yeah! This one. Right, you got it up?
Yep, I got it up.
Oh yeah.
I immediately, yeah.
You had the little panic like, uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me take a sippy from my coffee.
Okay.
Right. SCP-2030. Object Class: Kita. Special Containment Procedures: Foundation Operated Web Analysis Bot Delta-09, Laugh Stop, is to be kept in constant operation and checked for defects twice a week by a Level 2 staff member familiar with its operation. When functional, the bot will search a wider range of file sharing and video streaming websites for SCP-2030 and remove any manifestations discovered. Finding and isolating SCP-2030's point of origin is considered a Delta-level priority. Efforts to locate the studio where SCP-2030 is filmed are ongoing. Also, by the way, someone in my chat is saying that that there should be a SCP reading with just the J SCPs.
Oh gosh, that would be funny.
Like, I think there's like a J SCP that's just a banana.
Yes.
I love that one. It's just a banana. It doesn't do anything. It's just the banana. Alright, description. SCP-2030 is an anomalous phenomenon that manifests as a television series. The medium through which SCP-2030 manifests changes depending on the most popular format currently in use. As of 2014, SCP-2030 most commonly inserts itself into automated DVD rental kiosks, file-sharing websites, and paid on-demand video streaming services. Prior to 2012, SCP-2030 commonly manifested as a DVD set in video rental stores, and as VHS tapes prior to 2003. Thus far, no reliable evidence that SCP-2030 manifestations took place prior to the year 1993 has been discovered. However, 38 seasons of programming are known to exist, implying that SCP-2030 has been active to some degree since 1976. The series title typically appears as Laugh is Fun, although variations on its name such as Laugh is Life or Laugh is Laugh are not uncommon. The series has no corresponding box art. It mimics art from other television series, often causing viewers to mistaking it for another program. The show is a hidden camera comedy series showcasing the candid responses of various people to bizarre, disturbing, and often anomalous situations. Episodes usually run between 10 and 12 minutes and feature introductory and closing segments that bookend the hidden camera footage. No episode to date has an end credit roll. SCP-2030... wait. I lost my sentence halfway through. SCP-2030-1 is a, presumably, human adult male that serves as the show's host, providing introductory and closing commentary as well as appearing to victims to reveal that they are being filmed for a television series. SCP-2030-1 is invariably shown wearing a royal blue three-piece suit with black and white wing-tipped shoes. Due to the way in which scenes are filmed, SCP-2030-1 is only seen from the neck down, making identification difficult. It refers to itself as Laffy McLafferson. Yes, Laffy McLafferson. Individuals appearing on the show often react to the events that they witness with panic or distress, but appear immediately calmed upon the appearance of SCP-2030-1. This is true even when the individual in question has sustained a significant bodily harm or witnessed a particularly traumatic event. Additionally, most recorded individuals seem to express some degree of familiarity with SCP-2030-1, with some claiming to be fans of the show. Research into whether SCP-2030 uses its viewership as its victim selection pool is ongoing. Episodes follow a particular theme that each prank segment... I'm gonna restart that sentence. Episodes follow a particular theme that each prank segment alludes to. SCP-2030-1 introduces these themes at the beginning of each episode in an as-of-yet unidentified film studio, while standing atop a bright yellow stage decorated with oversized geometric shapes of various colors. Episode themes vary from the mundane, such as the beach, pets, and candy, to the strange and violent, such as milfraud, arson, and a word that I'm not going to say out loud. SCP-2030-1 delivers a similar speech at the end of each program to close out the show. Arson show, yay! At the end of each episode, I'd watch that. I'd star in that. Hit me up! At the end of each episode, the camera pulls back and around from SCP-2030-1 stage to show the studio audience, which is usually comprised of individuals featured in the episode. During this time, the words filmed in front of a studio audience, created in partnership with YWTGTHFT are superimposed over the footage in white text. Research into the identities of the people featured in the show's prank segments has revealed that they are all persons who were officially documented as having died or gone missing in the year that they appeared on the program. Thorough investigation into the deaths of SCP-2030 participants has revealed a number of inconsistencies and contradictions in matters concerning the circumstances of the deaths. Additionally, exhumations of the individuals' remains have revealed that all recorded participants' bodies are currently missing. The general consensus among researchers assigned to SCP-2030 is that victims are likely abducted after their use in the show, and with their disappearances covered up when possible. However, no concrete evidence connecting the individuals' deaths with SCP-2030 beside the show's footage has yet to be found. And there's a giant addendum.
Oh yeah, there's a lot here.
These are great. These are great. They're great. Season.
Do we want to just...
you want to do like a one-on-one? Like like you did the first one, I'll do the next.
Okay. All right. Season 24, 2000. Episode theme: swelling. Individual is involved: Macy Gearsome and Kyle Parker, killed by a hit-and-run driver on September 18th, 2000.
I was once again very concerned by the date.
Like for me, like I'm used to like the US date system. I'm just like, oh yeah, but the other one, I'm like, huh? Scene description: an elderly woman sits on a park bench feeding nearby pigeons with seed from a bag. Gershom and Parker, a couple, walk down the path and approach the woman. The two come within approximately 1.5 meters of the elderly woman. A swarm of pigeons fly into the elderly woman's mouth, causing her stomach to become severely engorged and quickly rupture.
Okay.
Team Fortress 2. The couple expressed great distress until at the event until SCP-2030-1 emerges from the elderly woman's open stomach cavity. Which point Gershom and Parker appear relieved.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one way to go out, I guess. Season 21, 1997. Episode theme: Margaret Thatcher. Okay.
Margaret Thatcher, oh god.
Oh no. Individuals involved: Doris Carter, died of ovarian cancer on February 24th, 1997. Yay, I did it.
Yay.
Scene description: Mrs. Carter walks into her kitchen and opens a cabinet door, out of which falls a large mass of flesh. Flesh. I can't pronounce that word for the life of me. As Carter screams, the mass grows and shapes itself into a severely disproportional facsimile. Facsimile of former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Margaret Thatcher. This reads like a shit post.
It does. I like when I saw the name Margaret Thatcher, I'm like, oh god, I know what this one is.
The next one is even more shit posty. With its head twice as large as its torso, Carter rushes to leave the room, but the Thatcher creature leaps onto her before she can escape. It extends its tongue into the woman's open mouth, and Thatcher faces of various sizes begin appearing across Carter's skin. Excuse me, what? The faces proceed to recite Thatcher's April 1986 speech on the bombing of Libya in perfect unison. SCP-2030-1 climbs out of a nearby cupboard and points to the hidden cameras. Mrs. Carter smiles. The creature's tongue is still extended down her throat. Oh god! Oh god! Oh dear lord.
Season 13, 1989. Episode theme, squirrels. Individuals involved. Melissa and Travis Englund disappeared last seen March 12th, 1989. Scene description. Mrs. Englund lies in bed next to a male figure, presumably Mr. Englund. A series of high-pitched squeaking noises are heard as Miss Englund is awakened. She tells her husband to wake up, but he does not respond. She places her hand on his shoulder, but quickly draws it back with a shriek. His skin begins to undulate, as though something is moving underneath. A multitude of squirrels then burst from various places in his body, quickly filling the bed and crawling onto the woman. She rises to leave the room, but SCP-2030-1 walks in and turns on the light. He is accompanied by Mr. Englund, who has been skinned from head to foot, but gives no indication of feeling any discomfort. All three share a laugh as the segment ends.
Ah, yes, completely normal.
Yes, of course, taking off
Completely
your skin.
normal.
I heard that humans can do that. Like, you know,
Technically.
it causes no discomfort.
Oh, it does cause discomfort, don't worry.
Yeah.
Ever had a paper cut? Yeah. Season 13.
Paper cut.
Yeah. Well, technically, if the paper cut is big enough, you could do it. Don't do it. No. But yeah, Season 13, 1989. Episode theme, tracheotomies. I completely butchered that word. Tracheotomies? Individuals involved. Gary Turman, Lindsay Turman, and their children died in a vehicular accident on April 28th, 1989. I know my dates, I swear. I literally had to recite all of the dates in my head. Scene description. The four sit down around a dinner table eating a meal. Mr. Turman begins coughing and gasping for air as if choking, as the others at the table begin to panic. A pair of slits appear on Turman's throat, allowing him to breathe. These slits quickly become nostrils, which rapidly grow into a full nose, which in turn becomes an entire second head. Identical to Turman's original, this second head then sprouts a neck on its own. And the entire process repeats. This continues until 18 necks and heads have sprouted from the original, at which point SCP-2030-1 steps out from underneath the table. Everyone present erupts into raucous laughter, including all 19 of Mr. Turman's heads. Wait. Okay.
Can I do the
Heads.
final transmission too? Because I think I have a voice for SCP-30-1
Go ahead.
or 2030-1. Okay,
You can do
cool.
that.
Let's see here. Season 37, cephalopods. Oh God. Rebecca Nash, surgeons unidentified, died of complications in child delivery on November 2nd, 2013. Hospital records show no evidence of anomalous activity during birth. A team of obstetricians perform a cesarean section procedure on Miss Nash, who is in labor. The team comment on the size of the child's cranium and the amount of hair present on it. Several minutes into the procedure, a doctor makes an examination of surprise and drops an instrument on the floor. Muffled vocalizations can be heard in the background. The rush of staff begin to panic as the head emerges unassisted from Nash, causing her a great deal of pain. The child's head can be seen to resemble that of American television presenter Ryan Seacrest. The child sings "Row, row, row your boat" in a female voice as it continues to exit. As more of its form emerges, the child can be seen to have the body of a fully grown octopus, So it has the head.
Oh,
Once the child fully exits, it's got Ryan Seacrest's head and the body of an octopus. Dear God. Once the child fully exits Nash's body, it continues to sing as another head begins to emerge. 3 more children are produced in total with the heads of celebrities Jack Nicholson, Johnny Cash, and Martin Freeman, respectively, with all similar octopus bodies. All 4 singing "Row, row, row your boat" in perfect harmony. SCP-2030-1 walks into the room as the show's jingle plays. SCP-2030-1 points to the hidden cameras in the room, prompting the Obsterians and Nash to begin laughing. The creatures on Nash's torso continue to sing. Nash then loses consciousness, presumably from blood loss.
oh my god.
Oh.
That's something you'd find in a Chuck Tangle novel.
Oh my gosh. So, the following transcription is a typical speech delivered by SCP-2030 during one of the show's closing segments. Season 32, episode theme printers. Ha! What a wild ride, eh, folks? We've seen printers that eat, printers that print, and everything in between. Makes you appreciate the old clunker you've got back at the office, doesn't it? No, printers may not always work when you want or need them to, but they sure make for some excellent comedy. And that's what we're about here, comedy. We're here to make you laugh. We hope you laughed. Thank you for laughing with us. And that's what we're about here. Doesn't it, folks? Come and laugh with us again next time. And remember, laugh is fun. Good night and laugh. And laugh. Just laugh. We love to make you laugh. Make more laughter laugh. Laugh with us. Laugh with us. Laugh with us. Laugh with us.
Laugh with us. Laugh with us. Laugh with us.
The video cuts off abruptly as a black screen is displaying for 30 seconds. Laughter and soft, wet noises can be heard in the background as the program ends.
This is one of my favorite SCPs.
I think I have a theory with this one. Like, maybe this is just some like fucked up psychopomp who like it brings people to the afterlife and is like, I'm gonna have fun with this and whatnot. And because taking people is boring. It's sad. They're like, am I dead? And then they're like, and then the dude or whatever Reaper has to be like, yeah. But in this way, but I mean, I guess it doesn't explain why the bodies are missing. But in this way, it's kind of like they get their last laugh.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds depressing.
This
But
feels
still, like-
yeah. This feels like what would happen if you put Squid Games, Saw, and Alice in Wonderland in one show. You'd get this.
Oh gosh, yes. I totally agree. Like, oh my gosh. Some of these, it's like, oh, Margaret. Former
Morgan
Prime
Freeman.
Minister, Margaret. Oh no, I was saying Margaret Thatcher. The large mass of flesh. It's just.
And Johnny Cash.
That one is. Oh my god.
Imagine it's like
when I saw the picture of the still frame, I was like, oh gosh, not this. Oh no.
Now I want to find a Johnny Cash cover of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Like, imagine.
I mean, given AI and whatnot and speech learning capabilities, I'm sure it can there's some facsimile out there.
Yeah, but imagine like row, row, row your boat. I can't do a Johnny Cash impression.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
That's so
But it also said it was a female voice, though. That's the most disturbing part of it.
Oh god. Oh no. That is genuinely terrifying, to be quite honest. Alright, what's the next SCP?
Alright, so the next SCP is SCP-1867.
18... Hey! Hey!
What?
Google said no. Google said no. Alright, I'm just gonna scroll up.
Wow.
18... What was it?
1867.
1867. A gentleman?
Yes, it is a gentleman.
It has Tauren vibes.
Alright. It has Tauren. I don't think it. I don't see the Tauren vibes.
No. I'm gonna. No. Look at it. It's the same colors. Let me just. Wait,
I mean, I don't think so. He's got more of a tan than anything else. Dang it! Now I need to bring up. Now you're making me bring up a picture of Tauren.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the corporate needs you to find the difference between these two images.
Rushi, there is no difference.
I'm actually Pam Beasley. I should not have rewatched The Office. I should not have.
I honestly don't see it. Like, Tauren doesn't have
colors.
as much, like, black. Like,
oh, the colors, look at it!
And the orange and whatnot, but like this dude's more like neon and you know, like,
yeah, but the colors still fit.
And black. I don't see it.
Not
honestly.
even on the orange? Like, not even on the orange?
I mean, the orange, yeah, it is actually the same orange,
Yeah.
but like the green is not this, like, the palette is totally different, other than the orange.
All right.
Okay.
I still believe.
1867. Item number, SCP-1867. Object class, anomalous organism, sapient. Containment class, passive. Hazard rating, green. Standard containment procedures, aquatic specimen tank, small. Environment and care requirements identical to that of non-anomalous members of the species. Associated items and placed in secure storage vault 16. Amenities available upon request. Special containment procedures. All descriptions of anomalous persons, places, or objects made by 1867 must be correlated by at least 2 other sources before resources may be allocated for further research. Description: SCP-1867 is a nudibranch, species Numbrotha kubirara, variable neon slug, measuring 11.7 centimeters.
Oh god.
4.6 inches in length. Well, it's not too big. There are no physical differences between SCP-1867 and any members of its species. SCP-1867 is a sapient and capable of telepathic communication with the same range as a typical human voice. It identifies itself as Lord Theodore Thomas Blackwood, a British explorer and naturalist, and speaks with terminology and style appropriate to the late 19th century, and is generally friendly and cooperative with researchers. SCP-1867 makes repeated claims of past exploits and accomplishments, including service in Second Opium War, expeditions to remote regions of the world, and encounters with various creatures and uncontacted peoples. Despite the questionable validity of many of its claims, SCP-1867 has shown in-depth knowledge of geography, zoology, botany, archaeology, anthropology, and linguistics relating to its claimed regions of exploration, as well as more esoteric fields such as obscure mythology, mysticism, and cryptozoology. SCP-1867 does not seem to realize or willfully ignores any inconsistencies in its own recollections, as well as any events or information dating after approximately 1910. When requested to give proof of its exploits, SCP-1867 provided an address near England, exclaiming that it would be more than willing to donate its collection. An investigation of the address led to a cottage owned by a Miss who claimed to be keeping the house for Lord Blackwood. Further questioning failed to reveal any details of SCP-1867's nature or origins beyond what information SCP-1867 had already provided. Miss died of heart failure 5 days after the Foundation agents began its investigations. Investigation of the cottage revealed an underground vault containing over 300,000 artifacts. 3,000 artifacts, I'm sorry. Zoological and botanical specimens, a library containing over 5,000 items, and a functioning, if outdated, laboratory. All materials within the collection were cataloged, removed, and relocated by the Foundation over the course of 3 weeks. Addendum 01. A full list of items recovered from SCP-1867's collection may be found in Document 1867 VL. A summary of noteworthy items as follows: 116 unknown species of plants, 107 species of insects, 28 known species of lizard, 23 known species of fish, 14 unknown species of amphibians, 12 unknown species of animals, probably a marmot too, fossils pertaining to 8 unknown species of dinosaurs, fossils pertaining to 12 unknown species of prehistoric mammal, artifacts belonging to 29 unknown indigenous cultures, 35 handwritten journals containing records of events described by SCP-1867. Written accounts match with verbal, save variations, exaggerations on the part of SCP-1867 in retelling, and have been dated to the appropriate time period of the events described. 20 kilograms of processed opium, a collection of firearms, of make and model not correlating to within any known manufacturers, including 3 wide-bore muskets marked as Dr. B.T. Moth's effective particle destabilizers. These items are non-functional, thank goodness. Detailed globes
Aww.
of Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the Galilean moons, accompanied by notes detailing possible paths of surface exploration. A heavily modified 4-seat horse carriage containing instruments of unknown purpose. A note attached to the door reads, "On the Fritz, speak with Henry," in handwriting matching that of the journals. 4 agents were killed in the activation of the object before the object was destroyed. When questioned about the item, SCP-1867's response was, "I did warn you to be careful around my collection. That bloody thing nearly took my head off in Woking back in the 19th century when I found it." Alright, so, how about you do the Dr. Rushi and I'll do the SCP-1867.
I want to hear more of your British accent.
I have a horrible British accent.
It's
The following
hilarious.
interview is dated 2012.
I'm Dr. Censored.
Dr.
Good morning, Lord Blackwood.
Ah, good morning, Doctor. Wonderful to see you here. Come in, come in. Have yourself a seat. Now, if I remember correctly, the last time you were here, I was telling you about the time I captured the Ebola tribe of the Congo.
Actually, I asked some questions about that story today. Our research turned up no traces of that people. They don't seem to exist.
Of course not. There weren't any of the Ebola left after the village was attacked by the Moke Mbebe. I still regret not being able to bag that monster when I had the chance. It is a persistently elusive creature.
That's a stretch. Do you have any corroborating evidence? Just to make sure what you're saying is true, there's always a chance that your vault was filled with fakes.
Nonsense. I would never fabricate my work. Why, it's against my very heart being a naturalist. While I am repeatedly amazed by your institution here, you seem to be missing the explorer's spirit. When I scaled the Himalayas in search of the monks of the Golden Mountain, I did worry myself about what others had said about them. Of course not. What I went and found out for myself. I climbed those mountains with my own two hands.
You do realize you're a sea slug, right?
Good heavens, boy! Have you been drinking? That's utterly ridiculous. If you can't be bothered to be sensible, I have no reason to speak with you. Go get yourself a nice tea and sober up.
I also love that. But tell me, Torin would have a collection like that.
What?
Torin would have 107 insects in their house.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
See?
But oh my gosh.
This really feels like one of those Indiana Jones gone wrong situations.
So what do you think? Do you think if this is like Lord Blackwood, or do you think this is some anomalous slug that, when making up its stories, it literally, manifests the things that it creates? Or do you think this person somehow turned into a sea slug?
I want to believe Mr. Blackwood. I believe Mr. Blackwood. Wait, pardon me, Lord Blackwood.
Yes, Lord Blackwood.
I am so sorry, my lord.
Blackwood.
I'm so sorry, my lord.
I love that, though. It's just like, yeah, we're the SCP Foundation. We have murderous things like SCP-137, but we also have a literal
British
sea
slug.
that thinks it's a lord.
No, we just have a British sea slug.
Yes, it's a British sea slug.
That's it.
But there has to be some, if he's a lord, then he's been knighted, right? So there has to be some record of him being knighted.
Yeah, but he also has a housekeep.
That's true, who died 5 days later. But
I think it might be a family thing then.
Maybe. Well, no, Lord, the title of Lord only goes to people who are knighted by the Queen herself.
Yeah, that's true.
But
family
Lord,
also still has influence on it. Like, if your dad's a lord, you have a big chance of becoming a lord too.
Stewart. Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
Wasn't it Sir Patrick Stewart?
1867. Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Sir? Sir.
Yeah,
oh,
sir.
Right, yeah. I don't know anything. I'll be quite honest.
How dare thee?
That whole Eldritch menagerie of whatever the hell goes on in British land is very. I don't even.
We have no idea what's going on either. Don't worry.
The royalty in Europe is a terrifying thing to me. I'll be quite honest. Because, dear God, what happened there?
Yeah.
Like, in the oh my gosh, like during the Scottish warring period. It's like, oh, you're 5 years old. Congratulations, kid. You're now a king. And don't worry, you can marry your cousin, who's, also about around your age too.
Yeah, royalty is whack. We still have royalty, actually, in multiple countries.
Meanwhile, over in America, what's this you say about royalty? The only royalty we have is elected, and also corporations.
Also, may I just add that the Dutch king kind of looks like a younger Trump?
Oh god. Oh god.
Look up at your own discretion. He kind of looks like Trump. He actually kind of does. He actually does. His name is King Willem Alexander.
At least this day and age, Europe has, well, save for a few exceptions of dictators, has kind of given power more to the people than anything else, and being royalty is more like
status symbol,
a figure kind of a thing. Well, yeah, status. You're literally just like, a tourist attraction.
Yeah, that's literally what they are for us.
Oh yeah, Mashichu, yeah, dictators suck. Period.
Yeah,
that is very true, coming from someone who someone who lives in Chile.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Chile doesn't have it, but in the past, South America's had so many dictators and juntas.
Yeah. Dictators suck.
So, before we go too far into geopolitics, what is the next one you got?
SCP 1545.
1545. What the I have not heard of this one before. Oh no! I have!
Yeah,
oh
no! You totally have.
Okay.
You totally have. SCP 1545. Object class, safe. Special containment procedures. There's a hair in my mouth. Got it. Nope, I did not. Oh, no, there we go. Special containment procedures. SCP-1545 is to be kept in Containment Locker 1545 at Site-14. With access barred to our personnel with a clearance level under 3. Following Incident 1294-1545, testing of SCP-1545 with additional anomalous objects requires approval of personnel with a clearance level of 4 on a case-by-case basis. No other containment procedures are necessary at this time. Description: SCP-1545 is a two-person llama costume wearing galoshes. SCP-1545 can be opened along its midsection. Its interior is consistent with an average costume of its type, with space for 2 people. One of their legs in the rear legs bending over into the midsection, and the other standing in the front with their 2 legs in the costume's front legs. Standing straight up through the costume's neck, a tag near the costume's rear refers to it as Larry the Loving Llama. SCP-1545 anomalous effects do not become apparent until it is worn. Subjects wearing SCP-1545 will become extremely in character, with the frontal person speaking as if they were Larry the Loving Llama, and the rearward person performing various jigs. SCP-1545 behaves in an extremely docile manner. Subjects in Site-1545 are not physically able to exit SCP-1545 without being pulled out, and show no desire to do so, although they will not resist removal. Unless forcefully removed from SCP-1545, subjects will continuously act as Larry the Loving Llama until they expire. Subjects with a dead partner will still act as their appropriate half until they also expire. Removed subjects show memory of their time within SCP-1545, however, they show no knowledge of its anomalous properties. Subjects do not show any negative attitude towards their time inside SCP-1545, instead behaving as if their actions were typical. SCP-1545 was discovered by authorities in Redacted. In an abandoned suburban home, victims had died from dehydration. Autopsy indicated that the rearward operator had died 1 day earlier and had severe bruising on her body from being dragged throughout the household by the frontal partner. SCP-1545 was confiscated by Foundation personnel after its anomalous properties had been discovered. Class A amnestics were administered. You want to be D5362 or Dr. Fredericks?
Either or. I don't. It's up to you. I could be D5362.
All right, I'll do the interviewer and Fredericks.
Okay.
D5362, having just been removed from SCP-1545. Dr. Fredericks. Forward. Subject has been inside SCP-1545 for approximately 3 hours. Hello, D5362.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you feeling?
A little exhausted, sir.
Ah, yes, I saw all that dancing around. Must have gotten tiring.
It was, sir. But I have to keep the people entertained.
But surely you considered leaving to get a drink.
Can't do that, sir. It would ruin the illusion.
It's a talking llama wearing rain boots. What kind of illusion is that?
Well, you just don't know Larry the Loving Llama like I do, sir.
End of vlog. You want to be the other D class personnel?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Alright. Interviewed. D5483, voicing Larry the Loving Llama. Forward. Subject has been inside SCP-1545 for 2 days. Voice was extremely raspy due to dehydration. Hello, D5483.
Oh, I'm not James. I'm Larry the Loving Llama.
I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, Larry, how are you feeling?
Super duper, Doctor. My bum's a bit sluggish today, but that's okay.
Note, D5484, SCP-1545's rearward operator, had expired approximately 2 hours earlier. D5483 had been dragging D5484. Larry, are you aware of the men inside you?
You mean my helpers?
Yes, your helpers.
My helpers love helping me. Together we bring joy to everyone.
Are you aware that D5484 is dead, Larry?
He's just taking a nap, Doctor.
Footnotes. Most common cause of death is dehydration. Infection is also common due to the non-attendance of soiled clothing.
Ew.
Ew. I really like this SCP because it's just, yep. I'm now Carl from Llamas with Hats.
Carl.
Carl.
That kills people.
I hate how I know the entirety of that monologue. Carl. Carl. I love Llamas with Hats. That was like one of the best things on the internet.
That's so weird though that it's just like these people they just want to keep, you know, being Larry the Loving Llama because of the costume. It's like what? Why?
Yeah. I feel like Llama may be a Dr. Bright situation
Oh lordy.
where there is like an actual conscience inside of it, but it just kind of takes over
Maybe.
whoever is in the costume.
Yeah.
Imagine if
So-
Larry the Loving Llama became a
why-
researcher and became friends with Dr. Bright.
But they'd have to keep putting D-class into them. And that's the one thing, it's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Let's just keep putting D-class into it. It's fine.
Well, they do the same for Dr.
D-class,
Bright.
Yeah, that's true. They
Because,
do
they
keep,
can,
fresh supply.
Yeah, they can only do, they can only keep Dr. Bright in one body for like, what was it, 2 weeks? Until, Dr. Bright literally gets cloned into the person wearing it.
Yeah.
So they just put him in a gorilla suit one time. That was fun.
Oh yeah, they basically made him a gorilla. Actually, I think that's still the picture for Dr. Bright.
Oh, it still is? Oh, now I'm curious. I'm
For
just
some
gonna look it
reason,
up.
The search bar will not work for me.
It's a bit wonky. The entire site is also pretty wonky. Like, if you select a random SCP, you'll get like 1 of 3. Yeah, the search function isn't working.
Oh well.
Wait, now I'm curious. Let's go look it up on my phone. Dr. Bright. Where is it? His first name is Jack?
Oh yeah,
Huh.
Dr. Jack Bright.
I think he now has an official icon. I think.
Oh.
I still love how he's just like the most chaotic thing on this planet.
Well, him and who else was it? Dr. Clef?
Dr. Cleft, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Alto Clef, which is basically like... honestly, I kind of like Dr. Clef's story better than Dr. Bright. Like,
Yeah.
just in general on where he came from. It's just like, oh yeah, former GOC agent, you know, daughter's an SCP.
Well, Dr. Bright's, like, multiple of his siblings are SCPs, right?
I think so.
Because, I forgot her name, but the Child of Man, I forgot which one that is. Let me look it up. But yeah, Child of Man is actually her is actually Dr. Bright's, younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
That was, also, I think he also has that brother that, that can take on any ailments of other people. But at the cost of like, getting them, like, twice as bad himself.
Oh yeah.
Like that. But, I'm trying
Oh
to
gosh,
think,
I
like,
just
there's so
found a
many.
transcript.
Of?
We'll do this afterwards if we have time. But transcript of Dr. Clef's seminar: Reality Benders and You: How to Survive When Existence Doesn't.
Oh, now I want to do that one. Now I want to do that one.
Okay, what if we do that one together? I'll send you the URL.
Oh,
for
hell
it.
yeah. Yeah. Also, don't mind what I sent. Because that was the first thing that popped in my head with the Laugh is Fun one.
Oh yeah, I saw that already.
That was the first thing that popped in my head. For those curious what I sent Sid's toys from Toy Story.
Okay,
There we go.
so let's go on to my last SCP here. I actually forgot which one this was.
I had a couple just to choose
I know
from.
which one this one is now. So 3640.
2640.
36.
36. 36. 40. Escape from the house. Oh, hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah! I love this one! I love this one so
All right.
much.
SCP-3640. Object Class. Eater. Special containment procedures. All Foundation personnel are advised to avoid reading brochures for self-guided tours in the state of Florida and bring any such brochures they find to their local archival department to be transferred to Mobile Task Force Lambda 12 Pest Control. Lambda 12 has been assigned to investigate potentials 3640 Alpha hunting grounds. They are authorized to terminate instances of SCP-3640 Alpha with lethal force. All known SCP-3640 hunting grounds have had their surrounding properties acquired by the Foundation. All these properties are to be used as subsidized accommodations for Foundation personnel on mental health leave who have not read any instance of SCP-3640. The legal department of the Walt Disney Company is currently under surveillance for any documentation that might indicate awareness of SCP-3640 Alpha. Description: instances of 3640 are tourist brochures advertising self-guided tours of areas associated with urban legends, hauntings, cryptid sightings, and folklore in the U.S. state of Florida. An individual that reads an instance of SCP-3640 and visits the specified starting location at any of the specified times will be subject to predation by an instance of SCP-3640 Alpha. Instances of SCP-3640 Alpha are predatory organisms that superficially resemble uniformed mascots associated with media properties owned by the Walt Disney Company mass media conglomerate, such as Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, and Goofy. And you thought Garfield was scary. Though the endemic and widespread throughout the state of Florida, instances of SCP-3640 Alpha are observed to hunt only at times and locations specified in SCP-3640. Testing with D-Class personnel has shown that SCP-3640 instances follow certain rules when selecting their prey. SCP-3640 Alpha instances will only approach individuals who have read SCP-3640. Any member of a group that has not read the brochure, then SCP-3640 Alpha instances will avoid the group entirely. If members of a group have read the brochure, then the number of SCP-3640 Alpha instances preying on the group will be equivalent to the number of members in the group. SCP-3640 instances will not pursue prey that cross outside Florida state lines. It is unclear how instances of SCP-3640 grow, reproduce, or consume prey. Let's see here. Addendum. Investigation and recovery logs. D-Class reconnaissance log. Do you want to be Command or D-Class?
You know what? I'll do D-Class.
Okay, sounds good. The purpose of this mission was to incapacitate an instance of SCP-3640 Alpha for retrieval, or tag it for later tracking. D-15 was primed with an instance of SCP-3640 advertising a tour of St. John's River. He was equipped with a subdermal GPS tracker in his stomach and limbs, a head-mounted camera with radio, and an electric shock collar. A dart pistol with tranquilizer rounds modified with GPS beacons was provided. D-15 was dropped at the bank of the St. John's River, approximately 3 kilometers outside of Orlando at 2000 hours Eastern Standard Time, and instructed to follow tour directions in the brochure. D-15, check in. How are you doing?
I've been better.
Please follow the tour directions in the brochure. If you spot a Disney costume, shoot it with the tranquilizer gun.
Understood. Jesus, Redacted, what the hell are you doing?
D-15 proceeds north along the river, pausing occasionally to read the brochure.
So, Command, do you think you could, tell me a little more about what I'm supposed to be tracking?
You're not tracking anything. Just keep following the tour.
Come on, please. This is a lake monster tour, but I'm on the lookout for fucking Mickey Mouse. Just tell me why.
D-15 turns to look at the river. There's a ripple of water at the surface. He pauses and follows the ripple with the flashlight, revealing a partially submerged alligator.
Whoa.
D-15, please pay attention to the tour directions.
Sorry. I've just never seen one of these in real life before.
D-15 moves closer to the riverbank. Please return to the tour or we will have to stimulate you.
Okay. Jeez, I'm going.
D-15 moves back and checks the brochure briefly. His gaze remains fixated on the alligator until the flashlight can no longer illuminate it.
Oh, Command? I've reached the end of the tour. I followed all the directions. It's just more river.
Understood. Turn around and return to the drop-off point for pickup. D-15 remains where he is for several minutes, looking at the riverbank.
Christ, this is creepy.
As D-15 turns around, there is a splashing sound from the river. D-15 looks back at the river. His flashlight illuminates an SCP-3640 in Alpha instance, resembling Donald Duck emerging and climbing up the bank.
I'm about to be murdered by Donald Duck. What the fuck? What the duck?
D-15 immediately begins shooting the instance and backpedaling. It does not react or make any sound apart from footsteps as it advances towards D-15.
I'm out of ammo. Command.
Retreat slowly. Try to keep it in your vision. The retrieval team is advancing towards your position. D-15 breaks into a sprint and flees in the direction of the retrieval point. For the next several minutes, all of Command's attempts at communication are ignored. All that can be heard is D-15's breathing and the sound of his own footsteps until he pauses to catch his breath. He turns around. There is no sign of the Donald Duck costume.
What the duck? What the duck? What the duck?
D-15, report. Did you run away? Why did you run away?
Because that was duck and terrifying, pardon my French. Look, I'm sorry and please don't zap me, but that was the scariest thing I've ever seen, okay?
Fair enough. You're still going to retrieve a reprimand once you return to base.
I'll take it. How far away is it to the retrieval team?
About 10 minutes from your location. Just keep going. You'll run into them shortly.
Man, 372's never gonna believe this.
At that moment, there's a splashing sound from the river. D-15 turns to see SCP-3640 Alpha.
Oh my god.
Rapidly climbing out of the riverbank and running towards him.
Jesus fuck.
The instant assaults D-15 and knocks the camera and radio off his head. The radio picks up the sounds of a struggle, as well as several splashing sounds. D-15 does not re-establish contact. Upon arriving, The retrieval team acquires the camera, but reports no sign of either D15 or SCP-3640 Alpha instance. End log. Note: D15's subdermal transmitters continue to operate, traveling down the St. Johns River into Orlando. The last known location of the transmitters was outside of the Epcot Amusement Center. Mobile Task Force Lambda 12 was dispatched to investigate.
Epcot.
Okay.
Epcot.
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 Yo, Epcot's cool. I've been there
Epcot's
before.
awesome. I want to go there. I want to go to Disney. That's just what I want.
I know, right? I want to go to Disney World again. Like, I've been to Disney before.
It never
It's
gets
easy
old.
for me to get to, but oh gosh.
I
But,
just
like,
want to be
in
rich
Disney
enough to
World,
go
you
to
can
Disney.
Yeah. Let's do, yeah, so
Let's see.
you know what? This log's pretty long. I'm just gonna give the kind of like notes about this. Essentially, they collected an egg from the SCP-3640 Alpha, from one of the 3640 Alphas. It's like, it was a plastic egg, and inside of it was like, they actually made it, I think they actually incubated it, and a Donald Duck plushie came out of it.
That's pretty cute, not gonna lie.
But yeah, it was pretty effed up. Alright. Addendum. Connections to Disney and the Florida government. The following letter, bearing the Walt Disney logo and dated to 1979, was recovered from, redacted, all other living personnel associated with Ruben Askew, the local Orlando Police Department, the legal department of the Walt Disney Club Company, and SCP-2805. What is SCP-2805 anyways?
Let me
Have
see.
professed ignorance of this document and
Oh, it's it's Walt Disney's head. It's Walt Disney's head.
What?
Yeah, the one that's on ice in under Disneyland in Disney World.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, whatever. Dear Governor Askew, the Walt Disney Company thanks you for your cooperation in this matter regarding the unlicensed Walt Disney character operators. Please pass along the following information collected by the outstanding men and women of the Orlando's Police Department to the Florida National Guard. If a character is spotted, call to get its attention and then rapidly flash your flashlights at the costume. If it does not flinch, fire on sight. Aim at the head if possible. Else, aim at the knees to disable them and finish them off with headshots. Body shots are shown to lack effectiveness. Deceased characters are to be incinerated. No other means of disposals are advised. We are currently pursuing alternative legal means of shutting down these unlicensed operators and hope to achieve a settlement within the year. Cordially yours, Walt Disney Company.
I love how the Walt Disney Company's result for this is just shoot them. Just shoot
my
them.
gosh, yes.
Just plant a bullet in them. It'll go away. It's fine. It's fine.
Alright, so I love that there's just like random SCPs like this that are just like, yeah, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy and those guys. There's fake facsimiles of them that will literally try to murder you if you read a brochure. Like, oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, we're gonna use IPs like IKEA and Garfield.
Yeah. I think there's also like a bunch of SpongeBob ones.
Oh yeah, the SpongeBob watch. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was terrifying. Imagine hearing SpongeBob laughs while your fingers extend.
No, the whole thing with that one, the SpongeBob watch is literally like a torture device that's supposed to like hide the evidence that you ever tortured someone.
Yeah.
Like Marshall Carter and Dark were literally and also Marshall Carter and Dark were literally testing quote unquote product on its you know, its own employees, which is kind of effed up.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's the next one, Rushi?
It's SCP-3151.
Oh no, I don't like the hehehe. Alright, I got it up.
Alright. SCP-3151. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. All instances of SCP-3151 in Foundation custody are to be kept in mass storage at Site-22. Any testing with SCP-3151 must be approved by at least one member of Level 3 personnel. As a part of Operation Ebert, SCP-3151 instances in the territory of 3 Portlands are to be located and brought into containment by Mobile Task Force Beta 29. Just say no. Working alongside UIU forces in the area. Any individuals dealing with SCP-3151 are to be interrogated for information regarding SCP-3151 distribution. Medical programs are to be established in 3 Portlands to assist individuals who have become addicted to SCP-3151, as well as those who have suffered mental damage as a result of overuse. Description: SCP-3151 is the collective designation for an as of yet unknown number of liquid substances, which, when ingested orally, cause the user to experience a compressed and immersive hallucinatory vision of a popular film. Each container of SCP-3151 was found upon recovery bearing a label reading "Movie in a Bottle." The next stage in the entertainment vision from Westhead Media, as well as the title of the film it bottle it causes a vision of. Thus far, SCP-3151 has primarily been distributed throughout the city of New Portland through a network of anomalous substances dealers paid through intermediaries by GOI 1783, Westhead Media. Individuals who have ingested SCP-3151 describe the resulting vision as being akin to experiencing the narrative of a popular film through a viewpoint shifting between characters from scene to scene. While this experience is described as lasting for the full run of the original film, in reality it only lasts for 3 to 4 minutes, during which they are completely still and unresponsive to all stimuli. It's pretty much a massive acid trip. This experience generally described as more immersive than the original film due to the presence of stimuli relevant to old senses, rather than experiencing the film solely through the senses of sight and sound. Emotional reactions to the film immediately following the vision also seem to be heightened. Whether this is inherent to be more immersive viewpoint of the viewer of a property specifically engineered into SCP-3151 is currently unknown. SCP-3151 is highly addictive, and evidence suggests that this is an intentional aspect of the substance. Observation of SCP-3151 use throughout 3 Portlands has also shown that prolonged and frequent use can have an extremely adverse effect on the user's mental state. As the user ingests more of SCP-3151 and further visions are experienced, they gradually lose their ability to discern between reality and the narrative shown to them in said visions. This condition worsens as the user continues to ingest SCP-3151, escalating to a point where they are unable to differentiate between themselves and one or several characters in their films. If left untreated, this can lead to a completely cognitive breakdown. Amnestic therapy has proved to be effective in repairing damage to a limited degree by erasing memories of the visions provided by 3151. As of the time of writing, 53 variants of SCP-3151 have been found and identified through testing. All known SCP-3151 variants grant visions of films that Westhead Media has had some level of influence over, whether financially or through other means. Known variants of SCP-3151 include a faintly glowing liquid, bright blue in coloration. This causes visions of the 1982 film Blade Runner, the US theatrical release, described as tasting similar to Coca-Cola. A liquid, light green in coloration, that causes visions of the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, described as having a texture similar to that of sand. What? Why did we go from cola to sand? A liquid, dark brown in coloration that causes visions of the 1998 film The Sundering of God, an adaptation of the Cogwart Orthodoxy creation myth, described as having a metallic taste. A liquid, red in coloration, that causes visions of the 1974 film The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, I do not want to drink that. I want to drink the Wizard of Oz one, though. That sounds fun. Described as tasting similar to orange juice. It tastes like orange juice? I thought it would taste like wine or something, or like, metallic. A liquid black in coloration. Label reads The Opening of Night, TBA. Test subject displayed behavior consistent with receiving a vision, but reported no memories of the experience, described as tasteless. Addendum 3151-1. History.
Oh, I was just about to say, to be announced, like, I guess maybe that vision hasn't happened yet because the movie isn't out yet. Who knows?
What if it's Morbius?
It's Morbius.
It's Morbius! They just drink it and they just go, it's Morbin time. The first known incident involving SCP-3151 was on February 10th, 2018, when several noted anomalies film critics were brought to the Three Portland's Mercy Hospital after being found wandering through the streets, quoting popular films and proving unresponsive to all stimuli. Investigation of these initial victims' residences by UIU agents revealed the presence of several partially depleted containers of SCP-3151. Initial containment of SCP-3151 was handled solely by the UIU. However, as the spread of SCP-3151 use throughout Three Portlands became more pronounced, it was agreed that a joint containment effort, Operation eBird, between the Foundation and the UIU would be of benefit to both parties. Raids by MTF Beta 29 on the residences of numerous anomalous substance dealers throughout Three Portlands following this agreement resulted in numerous instances of SCP-3151 being brought into containment. This number has increased as Operation eBird has gone on, and the presence of SCP-3151 in Three Portlands is expected to be removed entirely by the end of 2019. So yeah, it might actually be Morbius. Attempts to contact Westhead Media in regards to SCP-3151 have been unanswered in the same manner as all communications following their expulsion from the American Anomalous Companies Association.
The American Anomalous Companies Association, so it's just a conglomerate of anomalous companies.
Yeah.
I wonder
like
if
McDonald's.
Asimov Robotics is in there.
I feel like McDonald's is in
what?
there.
Oh, that's funny.
No, imagine.
Of course there's McDonald's in there.
Well, it would make sense.
The UIU, though, they're like the American version of the SCP Foundation, right?
I think.
They're like, what was it? What was their initials? I think like the Unknown Internal Union or something like that.
I have no idea.
They're basically like the CIA or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much, but they deal in magic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, magic, anomalous. Doesn't have to be magic.
So funny, though. The American Anomalous Companies Association.
You wanted to do this transcript?
Oh yeah, let's do the transcript. Like, how about we do one you do a paragraph, I do a paragraph, you know, back and forth.
I'm reading this and I am getting major Cave Johnson vibes.
Oh gosh. Okay, so do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You know what? You can start.
Okay. Transcript of Dr. Clef's seminar. Reality Benders and You. How to survive when existence doesn't. Good afternoon, everyone. Have a seat. Get a cup of coffee and a muffin. Also, a reminder: the seminar rooms are a weapons-free zone. Make sure you've surrendered your weapons at the reception desks. I know it's bullshit, but everything I need is an 05 complaining. But the last thing I need is an 05 complaining because one of you is walking around the blue zones with your piece. Everyone good? Cool.
Today's seminar is about a subject near and dear to my heart. Reality benders. Type greens. Mary Sues, Bigsby's, Shapers, Wizards, Gods, Devils, Outside Observers. Call them what you will. These are the guys that change reality based on perception and willpower. I've made a career out of both containing and killing these guys. You're here to get certified to do the same thing.
You want to know my secret? We'll get to that later. First of all, I want you to take a look at the doors to the seminar room. Notice something about them? Look again. What doors?
Yes, the doors are gone. Take a closer look if you want. Touch them. They're not there. The doors have literally disappeared, but that's okay, right? You can still get out of the windows if you want. Except there's one small problem. There aren't any windows in this room either, are there? All the windows are gone. There's nothing but 4 blank walls, a ceiling, and a floor. No way out, but how did you get in? This feels like the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland.
Yeah, it's kind of. Who find a way out?
And then everything starts flashing.
Okay, small little tangent on that. You want to know a secret about that, or do you not want the secret spoiled?
I know what it is. It's an elevator.
Exactly. Oh yeah, you're right. Yep. It's an elevator that goes down.
Yeah.
Okay,
there's like special walls on it.
How are we on cursing? Do you want me to censor it out? Because there's going to be a lot of it.
Nah, I'm fine with cursing. I was just saying Duck because it was funny with Donald Duck.
Okay, yes. Starting to freak out a bit? Don't worry. Just take a deep breath. You're going to be all right. Just a bit of a change to the way the room's set up. It's not like anything worse is going to happen. I mean, it could be worse, right? At least you're safe in here. It's not like these desks are going to come alive and to kill you now, is it? Oh, wait, yes, they are. The fucking desks are going to kill you.
Someone should make a soundbite of that, of you saying that. The fucking desks are gonna kill you. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna survive? The goddamn room is alive and going to eat you. Watch for those fucking desks. They've got teeth. Get the fuck away from there. Now, you wanna live? You're gonna have to fight. Don't try to deny it, you motherfuckers. This is real. This is happening. This is a reality bend and you're going to die unless you can fight it now.
Oh, I see. A real tough guy, huh? What the fuck are you gonna do with that 9mm? That gun is really... You think that gun is gonna do anything against a reality bender? Can you turn your goddamn... I can turn your goddamn bullets into sand. I can turn your eyes into jello. I can turn your gun into a fucking bagel. Now, put down that goddamn gun and lie the fuck down on the ground, you fuck nugget. I am a living god. You are nothing but a fucking insect.
This would make for a great copy pasta.
What the fuck did you just fucking
say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs. I know that entire thing, don't test me.
Okay.
What do I want? What do I want? What the shit do I need from a fucking turd like you? I don't want anything that you can give me except to be my plaything, and that's all you fuckers are gonna be. You're gonna be nothing but toys in front of this God King for all eternity. There is no escape, no respite. You will live when I say live, you will die only if I allow it. There's nothing left of my imagination, and you are all figments of it.
Alright. Hit the lights. Everyone breathe in and out deep. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You feeling better now? Let me tell you what just happened.
Each and every one of you has just had a bad trip. All of the food on that back table was laced with a powerful hallucinogen. It is my own personal hallucinogen.
Oh, sorry.
It is my own personal recipe. In addition to hallucinations, it renders one very susceptible to suggestion. Combined with some simple hypnosis and some special effects trickery, the end result is as close as we can get to showing you what a reality bender's attack feels like. The support staff are pumping an aerosolized counteragent into the air vents as we speak. It's going to feel like shit in a moment. You'll find barf bags under your chairs. Take a moment to let it all out.
I want you to reflect back on that moment when you realized what was happening. Do you remember that feeling of helplessness? Do you remember what it felt like to realize that reality no longer existed and you were nothing but toys for a hostile will that controlled everything?
Remember that, and hold on to it the next time you're about to go up against a reality bender. If you ever think that maybe you can contain them, or maybe they can be reasoned with, remember what it felt like when you were tripping balls and nothing was real.
Then kill that motherfucker before he even knows you were there.
Alright, you're all certified now. Class dismissed.
That's such an alto clap thing to do. Just like a bunch of people in a room lace the freaking bagels with hallucinogenics and just go to town.
Yeah, I just love the. All right, now you know what reality benders are like. Whack, right? All right, here's a gun.
You think that 9mm is gonna stop me?
I love that so much. He is truly unhinged. He really has Cave Johnson vibes.
Really? Yeah, alto clap is so just. Oh my gosh.
But I will say that I just love. Yeah, you're first.
You can definitely tell that he's from the Global Occult Coalition. You can definitely tell because those guys are the most unhinged motherfuckers.
Yeah, he has the chaotic energy.
Let's put this anomalous entity through a wood chipper and see what happens.
Yeah, and then
murders everyone.
Also, just the part like, yeah, we're gonna drug everyone in this room and then we're gonna call it reality bender training.
Yes.
Also, I must say that I also just love how, like, chaotic neutral Dr. Bright also is. More on the account that he just has no shits left to give. Like, he's super depressed and he's just like, what are they gonna do? Put me in a gorilla again?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love how the music literally stopped at this. Oh boy. Alright, there it is again. But
There's
yeah,
what again?
the music, I had to loop it. My dumbass forgot to loop it. Well, the people would have a lovely chance to sound clip whatever you just said.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what? Do you want me to say it again?
No, don't worry. They're already. I think they'll have already found it by now. I forgot what I'm saying.
The fucking desk. What? The fucking desks are going to kill you?
Yeah. The fucking desks have teeth that are going to kill you. I love this
How
so
are you
much.
gonna survive? The goddamn room is alive is going to eat you. Watch out for those fucking desks. They've got teeth. Get the fuck away from there now. You want to live? You're gonna have to fight. Don't try to deny it, you motherfuckers. This is real. This is happening. This is a reality, Ben. And you're going to die unless you can fight it now.
I also love that I can turn your gun into a fucking bagel. Now put that damn gun down and lie the fuck down on the ground, you fuck nugget. I am a living god, and you are nothing but a fucking insect. This is the best thing ever.
I mean, that's how you survive a reality bender. You make sure to put a bullet into its head. Oh gosh.
The cursing also helps.
Or put it into a comatose like the freaking the witch child or whatever.
Well, that didn't work for too long.
Depressing one.
That didn't work for too. Yeah, they actually. I think there's like an momentum where she escapes, and they actually have to call in God to calm her down again.
That's sad.
Yeah, I feel really bad about the witch child.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been informed that there was a tale that I completely forgot existed. There's a bright story called "We're off to be the lizard."
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness gracious! Like that's the best part about Dr. Bright. He's that person that you would expect to be on acid like 24 hours of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is great. You have anything else to say? Also, I have something to say because I'm going to IKEA tomorrow.
Yeah, go for it. Huh?
I'm going to IKEA tomorrow.
Oh God.
Oh wait, we're still in IKEA. I forgot.
Yeah, we're still here. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, wait. Is it close to closing time?
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we need to get barricaded. Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Quick, go get that Freddy over there and the Carl and just like we'll put them over here and we'll just like hide out.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I think that's where we're gonna end it for now. So thank you so much, Rushi, for doing this with me again. It was a lot of fun.
It was a pleasure. Yeah. It was a pleasure, and thank you as well for coming onto my stream.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of fun.
And it's been a pleasure. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
And thanks, chat, for also being there. Wouldn't be possible without y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I will say goodbye to everyone.
Yes, and goodbye to my chat as well. I will see you guys later.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Goodbye.